it's Presley at ActOutGames.com here, and today we are going to be doing a long overdue traveling through history with Doctor Who. That rhymed.
So, as Presley said, this is long overdue, but Doctor Who's about to crank back up again, and we really enjoyed this curriculum. It's called Traveling Through History with Doctor Who, and I'll put a link in the description to it. And basically you watch a Doctor Who episode, and then you learn about some historical things from that.
Even though it sounds like you're going to travel through history with the Doctor.
Right. And of course we usually use it just kind of as a launching off point for things. We did some of the things and we did other things. So the episode was called
The Girl in the Fireplace, which is very favored among fans of Doctor Who. It's really good.
So you want to give just a brief description of the episode?
Basically, Mickey the Idiot, the Doctor, and Rose. I'm not insulting him by calling him Mickey the Idiot. That's what the Ninth Doctor calls him. But they go on this spaceship, and through the spaceship they see and are able to go into multiple points in Madame de Pompadour's life. Right.
So, and the Doctor falls in love with, I guess you would say, Madame de Pompadour?
Yes.
So the first thing that we did was study a little bit about her. Her last name was actually Poisson.
Which
right?
means fish.
Which means fish. So she was embarrassed by that name. And she was the mistress of Louis the 15th.
Which is XV, correct?
XV, yes.
Yeah, I didn't look at any resources. I know Roman numerals.
Very good. And so she lived a very interesting life.
This is just a random thing that I thought was interesting, is that she claimed, probably falsely, at the age of 9, her mom took her to a fortune teller who told her that she would one day reign over the heart of a king.
And then she kind of did. So she was Louis the 15th's mistress, but she also was much more, and she had a place in court. Yes. And even after she stopped being his mistress, she still was important
to France.
To France. And one of the things that she did different from other mistresses that was kind of smart is that she was really nice to the Queen. So one of the questions in the curriculum is that this episode is an opportunity to see that the Doctor falls in love, in a sense. This is one of the most beloved episodes in the series for many people. Renette obviously fancies the Doctor and trusted him with her life. The Doctor has a habit of leaving women waiting, and in this case it ended in Renette's death.
So really, Renee left him waiting.
Yes, so watching the end of the episode where he comes back just in time to see her body taken away, how do you think the Doctor was impacted? And would he have taken Renette with him if he had come back in time? And how could that have affected the future of France if she had left Louis?
I'm pretty sure he might have taken him with her, Whoops, wrong pronounce. He might have taken her with him, except it might have been only for a short amount of time, because history would get all messed up if it was without her, and especially if she aged a lot, like in one day. So if it would have changed history a lot if she had gone for a long time, like being a long-time companion. But possibly a shorter companion, possibly a teeny bit shorter than Martha, maybe, would be nicer. Just to have her around, but she would know a lot more, and it would have changed the history a little bit, like, since she knew a lot more about what was going to happen in the future due to her actions.
Right. So it's probably best that he didn't take her.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we looked at some artists from the 17th and 18th century, and that led us to
do a little teeny bit of Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
We're going to do more. Because of Vincent and the Doctor.
Yes, so Van Gogh is my favorite artist, right? So
I didn't have the right colors, and I don't like working with crayons that much, so that's why that looks.
So we just printed out a picture of. Do you want to talk about this painting?
This is the bedroom. There are 3 versions of it, and he also sent sketches into the mail to his family to show them what it was like. And it's a really beautiful painting, as all of his paintings.
So this is technically called Bedroom in Arles. And interestingly enough, when we were in Chicago last year, we actually saw this painting at the Art Institute of Chicago.
He painted the second version of the bedroom about a year after he made the first version while he was living in an asylum in St. Remy.
Right, so as we know, he was committed after the ear incident. Mm-hmm. And so then he made a second version.
Yes.
And he was also really into making smaller versions of some of his favorite paintings.
And for those of you out there that are artists, it's very, very good to redraw your old art to see how much you've improved. Even Van Gogh did it.
Yeah, he did. And then we kind of looked a little bit at the French Revolution by watching a crash course.
Could you not remember what Crash was
No,
called?
of course I remember Crash Course video. And that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah? What did you learn from that video?
Well, there was a lot. One thing that's very important to keep in mind, everyone is afraid of armed peasant women.
That one, yes. And during the Crash Course thing, then you also spotted a little creeper.
There's a creeper in the hedges.
Right. So one thing Crash Course is really good at is keeping the interest of this age group. So, like, I didn't even notice that there was a creeper in the picture.
Would you know what a creeper was if you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, I know what Minecraft stuff is. So, and it's real fast paced. Obviously, we don't need to talk up Crash Course, but if you're not watching it, you should.
Yes.
And it really it's real fast paced, so it really keeps the interest of Presley's age group.
So we really enjoyed this episode of Doctor Who called The Girl in the Fireplace. It was really, really sad and really, really good. So we're going to put a TARDIS on the timeline to mark when the episode was. So let's do that. He's right about here. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!